Good morning, McTavish. I'm your host, Noah Martin Terrence Berry, and this is...
Emily.
Are you interested in joining the art club?
I sure am.
I wasn't asking you.
Okay, my apologies.
Join this Google Classroom to see what it's all about. The classroom code will be right there.
This week is Spirit Week. Tuesday, which was definitely yesterday, was formal day. Today is the anti-Valentine's Day. Dress in all black. And tomorrow, Thursday, is Stoplight Day. Dress in red if you're taken, dress in yellow if it's complicated, and dress in green if you're single to reflect your relationship status.
Pink Shirt Day is on February 22nd. Didn't even know that was a number. Get your pink shirts ready to go. And just for the funsies, here's a throwback to Pink Shirt Day 2020.
Exclusion means leaving someone out.
Cope with strong feelings of sadness or anger in a healthy way.
Through sports, music, reading, or by talking it out.
Get support.
Hang out with friends who support you and stand up against bullying and harassment.
Think about the type of friend you would like to have.
And try to be that person.
Being excluded can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation.
Help others feel included by asking them to sit with you, inviting them to be your partner,
Sending them a message or just offering a smile.
Remember, bullying is not a normal part of growing up.
And you have the right to be respected and feel safe.
It is not your fault. No one deserves to be bullied.
Cope with a strong, cope with, I messed up. Redo this.
Exclusion means leaving
Oh, I forgot.
Come on!
You didn't add the and.
And try to be that person.
And try to be that person.
The Mayor's Advisory Council on Youth is holding a youth town hall at the library this Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30. These meetings will be bi-monthly and will discuss topics regarding youth in RMWB. This month, addiction and mental health. If you're interested in learning about it or getting resources, go down to the library from 5:30 to 7:30 this Thursday.
Marauders, let's show what our school is all about. On Tuesday, February 21st, which is next Tuesday, our class will be selling smoothies to raise money in support of the Red Cross for Turkey and Syria. We will be selling strawberry banana smoothies for $5. Please consider supporting and bring your cash in because we don't accept debit. And if you don't buy a smoothie, you'll be uncool like Brooke. So please buy a smoothie. Bye.
And now a video about Black History Month.
A sky blue canvas ripped open by an enormous skull. Teeth bared through visceral slashes of oil and spray paint. In 2017, this untitled artwork was auctioned off for over $110 million. But it's not the work of some old master. These strokes of genius belong to 21-year-old black Brooklynite Jean-Michel Basquiat, one of America's most charismatic painters and currently its highest sold. Born in 1960 to a Haitian father and a Puerto Rican mother, Basquiat spent his childhood making art and mischief in Boerum Hill. While he never attended art school, he learned by wandering through New York galleries and listening to the music his father played at home. He drew inspiration from unexpected places, scribbling his own versions of cartoons, comic books, and biblical scenes on scrap paper from his father's office. But it was a medical encyclopedia that arguably exerted the most powerful influence on Basquiat. When young Jean-Michel was hit by a car, his mother brought a copy of Gray's Anatomy to his hospital bed. It ignited a lifelong fascination with anatomy that manifested in the skulls, sinew, and guts of his later work, which frequently explores both the power and vulnerability of marginalized bodies. By 17, he launched his first foray into the art world with his friend Al Diaz. They spray-painted cryptic statements and symbols all over Lower Manhattan, signed with the mysterious moniker Samo. These humorous, profound, and rebellious declarations were strategically scattered throughout Soho's art scene. And after revealing himself as the artist, Basquiat leveraged Samo's success to enter the scene himself, selling postcards, playing clubs with his avant-garde band, and boldly seeking out his heroes. By 21, he turned to painting full-time. His process was a sort of calculated improvisation. Like beat writers who composed their work by shredding and reassembling scraps of writing, Basquiat used similar cut-up techniques to remix his materials. When he couldn't afford canvases, he fashioned them out of discarded wood he found on the street. He used oil stick, crayons, spray paint, and pencil, and pulled quotes from the menus, comic books, and textbooks he kept open on the studio floor. He kept these sources open on his studio floor, often working on multiple projects at once. Pulling in splintered anatomy, reimagined historical scenes, and skulls transplanted from classical still lives, Basquiat repurposed both present-day experiences and art history into an inventive visual language. He worked as if inserting himself into the legacy of artists he borrowed from, producing collages that were just as much in conversation with art history as they were with each other. For instance, Toussaint Louverture versus Savonarola and Undiscovered Genius of the Mississippi Delta offer two distinct visions of Basquiat's historical and contemporary concerns, but they echo each other in the details, such as the reappearing head that also resurfaces in PPCD. All these pieces form a network that offers physical evidence of Basquiat's restless and prolific mind. These chaotic canvases won rapid acclaim and attention, but despite his increasingly mainstream audience, Basquiat insisted on depicting challenging themes of identity and oppression. Marginalized figures take center stage, such as prisoners, cooks, and janitors. His obsession with bodies, history, and representation can be found in works evoking the Atlantic slave trade and African history, as well as pieces focusing on contemporary race relations. In less than a decade, Basquiat made thousands of paintings and drawings, along with sculpture, fragments of poetry, and music. His output accelerated alongside his meteoric rise to fame, but his life and work were cut tragically short when he died from a drug overdose at the age of 27. After his death, Basquiat's work only increased in value, but the energy and flair of his pieces have impacted much more than their financial worth. Today, his influence swirls around us in music, poetry, fashion, and film, and his art retains the power to shock, inspire, and get under our skin. If you want to keep exploring the world of art and artists, check out this playlist.
All right, McTavish, that's not all, because we have a fun fact with Sir King Archibald P. Negative third. Junior.
Fun fact of the day. I am King Archibald P. Chapman III, Junior, Senior to the second power of the second cousin of my mother. And I'm very lavishly and very kingly today. Yes.
All right, McTavish, that's still not all, because we have an interview with... Hello, McTavish. I'm your host, Noah, and this is...
Dea.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Hockey.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Caesar salad.
Oh, you're one of those people. Okay, let's go. Okay, that was quite an interview, you know? Those questions were questionable, you know? They were questionable questions.
Indeed they were.
All right, well, anyway, McTavish, that's pretty much it. Number 1 victory, Roy.